I'm Katrina, and this is Sew and Tare.
All right, let's talk about eggs. So, this is how I store my eggs when I am collecting for use. So a lot of people will store them in a container and then pick them up on one side, and then like half a day later they're going to put it on the other side, and half a day later they're going to put it on this side. But that's a lot of work when I already have an egg turner. So I just put them in the egg turner, and what this simulates is Mom, even when she's not yet actually incubating, she will turn them. So she's gonna get in there and she'll turn them. I've tried to mark them in the aviary with Sharpie and it's rubbed off. So the real mamas really turn their eggs. So a lot of people incubate without turning, and it works. I just would like to copy nature as much as I can and turn my eggs. So I leave them here in this. It's plugged in, it's turning. These you won't actually see turn. They turn gradually. I think it takes like 4 hours for them to go here to here. So you're not going to see it moving unless you sit here and watch it for an hour. But what's nice about this is that I can now pick this up and put it in my incubator and call it done. There is an optimal temperature for what to keep your eggs at when you're collecting, but I just do it in my house. I figure it's good enough, and I think it's like 50 degrees or something. Somebody will have to check me on that, put it down in the comment. So something else to think about is how long can you collect eggs? So do you have to incubate now? Do you have to incubate, you have to start incubating as soon as you get them in the mail, or is from, how long? So the rule of thumb, if you are ordering eggs and you get them in the mail, you have to understand that they have been shaken up, they have been tossed around, they've gone for a long trip, okay? So it is important when you get those eggs to let them set. You're gonna let them set and have time for everything to settle and for the bubble to come to the air bubble to come to the top. Now, when you set your eggs, whether it's your own or from the post office, this is the correct way. Pointy side down, big side up. The big side is where the air bubble should be. That's where the chick chips it away and unzips the egg and comes out. So if it's not sitting this way, it might still work, but it'll work better if it's this way. So once you receive your box in the mail, you're gonna open it up. You're gonna find out which side is the pointy side, which side is the big side. They should have packed it already with the big side on top, but I don't know every egg supplier out there, and I'm not going to tell you that's going to be the way it is. You can leave it in the box. You can set it. I recommend setting it in an egg turner to just set. We don't need to rotate it at that point. Just set it, turn it off, and the goal is to let it even out, let the air sac come to the top. So let it set for 12 to 24 hours, and I would go further towards 24 hours, especially if the box looks beat up. Post office isn't always nice. Another thing to do if you are receiving eggs from the mail is to call the post office, let them know they're coming, and you can even request that you go to the post office and pick them up, or tell them, hey, these are special, can you do a special delivery? And like I did that when I got my eggs, and they actually had it on a different truck, and a person delivered it to the door early in the morning. So they take priority on those. So have a good relationship with your post office, please. we can't account for every post office that puts hands on it, but you can account for yours a little bit. So when it comes to post office, that's what you do, is you set it for 24 hours. You don't have to do that with eggs from your own birds, because presumably you haven't juggled them. So if you like to juggle your eggs before you incubate them, then yes, let them sit. Don't juggle your eggs. So from your own birds, or from any source, so even when you're ordering eggs, you want to know the date that they were laid. because after 7 days, the fertility starts to drop. So even if every single egg in there was fertile, after 7 days, your hatch rate is going to drop because the fertility drops. So you can collect for 7 days, and you can collect after that. There's been many people that have had hatches, you know, well after 7 days. But if you're doing your own, just do 7 days, 7 to 10 days at the most. And this is the way I keep them until the point they go in the incubator. I hope that's clear. We'll go on to the next step.
Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been informative. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this series. And the next step in the series is going to be actually starting your incubation. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.